After a long week at work and all the stress and frustration associated with that, after I got the kids to bed last night, I laid down and began doom scrolling, as one does these days when one can't get to sleep. And I came across a video of a gentleman asking a question that I had given thought before, but never thought to ask it to anybody. And what he asked was basically, well, I'll just go ahead and show you.
Hey y'all, question time. Who's a band that you saw in concert, but at the time you didn't care about them, but then later on, as years go by, you were happy that you had the chance to see them? For me, it's gonna be Metallica. Saw them in 1992 on the tour with Guns N' Roses and Faith No More. At the time, I didn't really care about them, but now, I'm glad I got to see them, especially during the Black Album tour. So what about you?
I thought that was absolutely a phenomenal and thought provoking question because not only have I had that experience, but the experience that I had was so profound that it forever changed my taste in music by introducing me to not only an artist with whom I'd only had a passing familiarity, but to an entire genre of music that I'd shut myself off to prior. See, back in the day, the city of Little Rock used to host an annual music festival called Riverfest, and it would carry on for 2 or 3 days, and it was hosted along parks and amphitheaters and stages dotted along both sides of the river. And it was just a lot of fun, and you could see a lot of top tier music artists for not much money, especially if you bought the weekend pass. But back in 2005, there was supposed to be a show put on, and there was, by REO Speedwagon, and I really wanted to go see them. However, you have to remember this is also before smartphones were really a thing, so we were still relying on paper maps. So I ended up at the wrong stage, and not only did I end up at the wrong stage, I was dang near the front, so I had a big crowd of people behind me. Well, shortly before the show began, I came to realize that I was not there to see REO Speedwagon. I was going to see BB King. Now, again, prior to this, I really didn't know much about the blues, didn't really have an opinion of it one way or the other. But because the track back would have been such a pain in the butt, and I would ended up at the very back of the crowd, and I don't prefer to see live music that way. I like to be relatively close. And I had a pretty good seat where I was, so I said, you know what? I'm here. I'm going to see BB King. Now, at the time, BB King he was very old, so he played the entire show sitting down. But when I tell you that man was arguably the greatest entertainer that I have ever seen in a concert, I think I'm not doing the show justice. He started in, he was working with the crowd, he was telling stories, and his guitar playing was just absolutely immaculate. Like, I got to see firsthand why he is considered such a legend. And I came away from that show absolutely head over heels in love with BB King and his music, and I was forever grateful that I ended up at that show. And from there, I moved on to discovering other blues artists, Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and just the list goes on and on. And to this day, whenever I'm really upset about something, or I'm trying to work on something or work out a problem on a project, I'll be playing blues music in the background. It centers me and it calms me. And yeah, do I miss seeing that, or do I hate that I didn't see REO Speedwagon? Not even in the least, because I have a feeling that while they may have put on a pretty good show that night, I don't think it could have topped what I witnessed back in 2005.